I don't know how in the world that can pertain to being a professional football player. I said I'd throw them away, but that was definitely the oddest question I got this week for sure. What's your answer to that?
I'm Adam Breneman.
This is
Next up. Wild. Next up.
Appreciate you joining us. How was practice today? Good time?
It was good. It was a little bit chillier than you expect for Las Vegas.
Freezing, dude.
Yeah, it was cold and raining. I didn't have like a hand warmer or anything, so our hands were a little chilly out there. But no, it was good. It was a lot of fun. It's cool just to see the guys because I played at Fordham, so like I'm not playing against or seeing these guys from these Power 5 schools. So it's cool to see guys from like with Florida Gator helmets and things like that. So it's just cool to see all those teams.
I've been here for 2 days. I got here kind of late. I got an invite. During the last week from the NFLPA Bowl. So, I mean, it's been a good 2 days, though.
Yeah, so how did that process go? You were there with Sean. You
Yeah.
balled out. How'd you find out? Like, you just get a call? You're like, you go 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, it was like probably Friday night, Thursday night or Friday night. My agent, it hit me and was like, yeah, you just got an invite to the East-West. Do you want to go? I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and make it happen.
What, was there like even a thought about it? Or you were like, because some guys would probably be like, I ain't going 2 weeks in a row like that.
I probably would have thought about it if my body was hurting, but I was feeling pretty fresh. For me, it was just another opportunity to get in front of scouts and, people that's in the organization. So I feel like for me that was important.
How'd you feel like the last 2 days of practice went?
First day, I had to learn the offense and all those different things, so everything was kind of flying at once. But the second day was definitely a lot better for sure.
You did weigh-ins? Like, what'd you come in at? 6'4 and a half, 250?
6'5", 250.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to short you an inch.
They were trying to short everybody. It sounded.
Were
like,
they?
Yeah,
That's what they do.
A lot of dudes are
the scouts be like pushing down with your head, right?
Yeah. You got to hold your ground.
Yeah. Did you like practice how to do measurements or weigh in at all?
A little bit.
Like, isn't that's something that fans don't realize? Like, you literally practice how to get your height measured, and how to be taller.
Yeah. Every inch counts. I know.
Yeah, because if you're a tight end, like, there's a big difference, or somewhat of a difference between being 6'4" and 6'5", right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah. So, how's the week been for you so far? Been good?
Yeah, it's been good. Busy, but like learning a lot. A lot of great coaching going on, and just trying to take it all in.
What's it been like being around all the NFL coaches? Has that been a cool experience?
Yeah, honestly, man, it's like super cool, especially with the Patriots. Like I saw Belichick, he's pretty serious guy. And all the coaches really just have so much knowledge of the game, and they talk fast. Everything all the installs are faster, so you really have to be like on your A game.
So you're on Belichick's team?
Yeah.
What was? I heard he gave a speech to the team this morning or something. And how was the speech?
Good, man. It was early in the morning. He came in there, talked to us for a little bit, just gave us some knowledge of just how that next level is gonna be, and how like serious it is, and how like we're there to take someone's job, and if you're not doing your job, they have no problem letting you go. So he was just being honest with us and serious, which I appreciate.
That's cool. It's got to be surreal to just have Coach Belichick standing there talking to you.
I was like, I saw him. He talked to me at practice. I remember I did something wrong when we were on the front. He came over to me. I was scared for half a second. I was like, but nah, it's
that's awesome. That's cool.
You learn quick. You learn fast. Everything moved way faster than what you used to learn in college did. Like you got to know it ASAP, and you got to be able to apply it to the field right away.
Yeah. So they come in and I was in one of these All-Star games a few years ago. Like they give you the playbook, and then you literally practice it that day, right?
No, they didn't give us no playbook.
Or the install, right?
Yeah, they give we in there taking notes.
Yeah.
Then we gotta take it right to the field.
Right to the field.
And then they move so fast. It's like you gotta slow down a little bit. We just learned this an hour ago. Now you gonna take it to the field. But it's working so far. They demand everything. Everything got to be detailed. Everything got to be up tempo.
Yeah.
But it's going good.
It's been intense, and it's been really cool. I'm just trying to soak up all the knowledge I can and basically just be a sponge and learn as much as possible during this week I'm here.
Is there a lot to learn from a defensive playbook perspective quickly, or is it they keep it pretty simple?
Yeah, I think they're keeping it pretty simple for us. Caught on pretty quick, I'd say, and, getting comfortable in what they gave us so far. I'm pretty comfortable in it. So I would say they're keeping it pretty simple, and they're letting us try to play fast.
I was at practice today. I saw the one-on-one reps, and you were juiced after your one-on-one rep, man.
I always want to bring the juice, for sure. So as this whole
Yeah,
sure.
It was sweet, man. I saw you get me all fired up.
Yeah, man. That's the whole goal. I want to go out there with, on fire. So,
Yeah.
just be active and stuff like that.
Yeah, the attitude, man. I love it. I love it. What's one thing you've learned over the week? Like anything from the NFL coaches you've learned specifically?
It's really just constantly play hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole goal. Is just constantly just play hard every snap, and then you get anything you want. So
yeah, for sure. Anything that surprised you this week that you weren't expecting it to be like?
I think having them one-on-one conversations with Coach Belichick, man, that's it was surreal. Like I remember right after, I'm texting my family group chat like Bill Belichick was talking to me for a couple of minutes. I'm like, wow. He even came up to me today during the walkthrough and just his coaching advice, him being the best coach to ever do it.
Yeah.
And him being right in my face and giving me advice on how to play the game and how I can go to a higher level. Man, that's something I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life.
That's sweet. I saw him giving you some coaching on the field.
Yeah.
What was he coaching you up on?
Yeah, so today was more so how to play double teams, playing back into the tackle, not into the guard, because usually you're man on key. In college, for me, being in the one gap penetrating system, my key was the guard.
Yeah.
So I just played into him and throw my hip in there when I'm getting a double. The other day, he was complimenting me on reading a screen, just feeling it. Quickly, and then just going through, who to rush when I'm pushing the pocket and stuff like that. So he's been giving me, a couple pointers. I'm definitely jotting every note down.
I think I had a good idea of what I was getting into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's any surprises necessarily, but it is cool to see how good everybody here is. There's a lot of really good players here.
I think just the fast pace of how NFL runs their practices.
Yeah.
I think just the being able to go to drill to drill, the details that they the standard they hold us to. I think that's probably the only thing that really stood out. Everything else being just natural, just going out there, playing your game stuff.
How's it been meeting with the NFL teams? How's that been going?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, I did a little bit at the Hula Bowl, so kind of got a little bit used to it before coming here. But it's been good. Some of it's kind of like this repetitive, the same stuff. But it's an honor just to be able to talk to some of those NFL teams.
Are there any teams that have been kind of like you meeting with the most or like showing you the most interest right now? Or is it all kind of a bunch of
right
teams?
now? I don't. For me, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've met with a couple teams, maybe more than once, but obviously it's kind of up in the air right now. I'm not sure like which team is like really likes me or doesn't like me. It's kind of just all the same right now. So
I got a couple good questions, but it's kind of like speed dating. So you've got like a block. So here it was like 2 to 5, and you're just every hour you go into a different room, and they've got a bunch of scouting staffs in each room, and you're kind of going around.
Yeah.
Like literally almost like a speed dating 15-minute interview type thing.
Definitely repetitive. You definitely start to repeat yourself a lot, but yeah, just really cool being able to meet guys from every different team and hear different philosophies and almost what they value in players too.
Yeah.
So it's been a good time.
Good, man. So honestly, I'd say I basically got it down pat because they basically all asked the same thing, especially like for these first 2 days, like the formal or not the formal interviews. That's today, but just the general interviews. I was just saying the same thing over for like 3 hours straight. But I mean, I just feel honored that you walk in the room and the coaches kind of like grab you. Like I walk in like in 2 seconds, like they're like shorter, come here. And then they're kind of like fighting for time, which is like kind of feels.
That's cool.
Feels good, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I think I met with almost every single one. So just to have a sit down and have a conversation, talk about myself and hear them tell me, I'm doing a good job this week, and that I'm most definitely showing that I can compete with these boys is really nice for me to hear.
Nah, everything's been smooth. Just it's all about transparency.
Yeah.
It's all about keeping it real with them. They're gonna keep it real with you. That's how I like my meetings. Obviously, not everything's gonna be perfect. You're gonna hear some things that will humble you a little bit, but I'm with it. I'm with all that, and I'm ready to hear all that stuff.
Any tough questions you've been getting asked, or any crazy? I was talking to Kenny Pickett. I interviewed him a few months ago, and he was telling me some of the questions they asked the quarterbacks to like figure out your personality type and stuff. Any crazy ones?
So far, there hasn't been any crazy ones. There's been things like one tough one is like, would you rather be it's like a personality question. Would you rather be a Hall of Famer or win a Super Bowl? And it's like you don't want to answer it wrong because they're trying to trick you. So that was one that was always kind of tough. I got that one a couple of times. It's like, well,
really?
Being a Hall of Famer would be pretty sick, obviously.
Yeah. Is that how you answered it? Hall of Famer?
And then Obviously, if you won Super Bowl, it'd be pretty sweet. But yeah,
That's tough.
I went the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I would go the same way, right? Because there's probably a pretty decent chance if you're a Hall of Fame quarterback that you probably won a Super
You're
Bowl
well
at some
respected.
point.
You definitely had a
Or
good
at least,
career.
yeah, like you've at least come close to winning a Super Bowl.
You made some money too.
The oddest question I got was, I forget what team asked me, but it was if you're at like a Chipotle and you have you got your burrito, you got your bowl, whatever, you're trying to find a seat. Found a table, but there's a stack of napkins on there that look like they haven't been touched yet.
Mm-hmm.
What are you throwing them away, or are you using them? I don't know how in the world that can pertain to being a professional football player. I said I'd throw them away, but that was definitely the oddest question I got this week for sure. What's your answer to that?
Well, I'm trying to think what the angle is there.
What is that? So it kind of freaked me out.
Clean
I had to pause
napkins?
for a second. They look clean.
They're clean napkins.
Yeah, like unused. I had to pause.
Wait, and
It was
how'd you
like,
answer? You said
I
that
said I'd throw them out.
Well, you can't waste napkins,
But,
dude.
but what if like there's something on there? I don't know
Yeah, that's
who's
true.
who was sitting here before.
That's so interesting, like how that.
And I was thinking like, okay, how does he want me to answer this question? Does he,
Maybe he's
do
just
I
trying to
not
throw you
wanna-
off.
right before the whole
before the rest of it.
maybe that was it.
That's funny, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to Google how that
Uh-huh.
like, if that's a
How do you-
personality
how
test
do you
question
go
or
with
something.
that one? Yeah, where do you go?
That's funny.
I think it was probably the way that they asked me, who would be or how did I see myself as a leader coming into Arizona State and being able just to be a leader, to a lot of young guys and stepping in at a new position that I wasn't really familiar with, and as far as having a lot of transfer portal guys and just going into a new team.
Yeah.
What do you think you could work on? I'm very confident. I'm very
Nothing.
Nah, it's definitely a lot of things I can work on, but sometimes I just don't want to say none because I don't know if that's gonna be like, yeah, you struggle with this, you struggle with this and that. So
yeah,
that's just how I feel.
When we do board work a little bit, I could always get better at that. So just fixing some things up there.
Yeah, when you do board work, what are they asking you to like draw up fronts and stuff?
Yeah, so we ran like a play where I got to move the defense around and I have to explain it to them. So they'll ask like, what did we do in base downs to blitz? We didn't blitz much. We were base defense. We could win, one-on-ones up front. So just explaining that was probably the most difficult part.
What's the one thing this week that you're trying to prove to NFL teams?
I feel like just like obviously speed. I'd say I feel like everyone's kind of questions like my speed because if you watch me on film, like I have a super long stride, so it just looks like I'm like kind of like moving like a turtle. But like when I'm out there and you're lined up against me and I'm sprinting full speed, it's very very fast.
Can't run with you.
Yeah. So these past 2 days I've been able to show that I could separate from some of the best DBs out here, and I've been able to do that, and hopefully they can watch it back and be like, oh my gosh, he's literally like just burning past people.
Yeah, I was watching your one-on-one plays. You made some big plays, man. It was sweet.
Like my knowledge, like my board knowledge, that I can take stuff from the board to the field and stuff like that. Like show them that I'm a smart player. Yeah, kind of.
You feel like you know the game pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like big X's and O's guy. Like you see the field like a quarterback.
Like from my position, I do. I think so, but I wouldn't say see it like a quarterback because quarterback got.
They see a whole different, different way, man.
They see a whole lot of different stuff, but from my perspective, I think I see it like with the best of them.
Yeah. What's one part of college football that you're not going to miss?
Mat drills, probably the team runs that we used to do.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, or we had this thing where we brought in like a group of military guys called the program, and they basically like make us get up at 4 a.m. and come in and like do some crazy stuff, and it was like
like Navy SEALs and
yes,
stuff.
Yes. Like last year we went to the local like state park lake. And like we were like rowing boats and stuff out on the water. It was pretty wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cold too. It was January.
That doesn't sound any fun. That's amazing. Take me through your pregame ritual. What are you doing pregame?
Pregame, making sure I'm stretched and stuff. I like to go with heavy metal first when I'm early on. If we have like an afternoon game, like early in the morning, I'm starting with heavy metal.
Yeah.
And then as the game gets closer, I get my tape on and start to get loosened up. I have an EDM party with myself. I love to stay loose. Yeah, just everybody kind of has their own thing. Oh yeah, I'm bobbing my head. I'm throwing a few moves in there too, keeping myself loose. We weren't really a music in the locker room team. Like everybody really wore
quiet
like headphones. Yeah, headphones on. Guys yelling some crazy lyrics that make no sense. And I'm sure I'm probably one of those. But,
Pre-game ritual, I listen to my brother music. And then I read this little Bible verse and then eat some Sour Patches. That's it.
Your brother makes music?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Like rap.
Good. You want to plug them right now on the?
You want to plug them?
Yeah, you can plug them, man. Go ahead.
Let's do it. Then.
I'm trying to hear it, bro.
You want to hear it for real?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, bet. Hold on, let me put something on.
Show me his favorite song.
My favorite song.
Yeah, favorite song is like, what do you listen to pregame? Like, take me through your pregame right now, bro.
I got you.
What are you putting on right before you run out?
Hold on.
I'm gonna need to Shazam this.
Where you at? Right here. Listen right here.
Oh, we gotta hold up to the mic.
I'll hold it up to the mic.
Ooh.
Kept it G my whole life, no not to play with it.
Oh, you know every word?
Hell yeah, I know every
word.
word.
Yeah,
brother.
I got
to. Them people tell me I need rehab. That's been like decaf. Put one right in his kneecap. Still running up like Tyreek. They crossed over like Kyrie. I still was on the hot seat.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I just like to hear my brother's voice before I go out to play the game. One of them passed. I listen to his music too before I go out. So I just kind of think it's like good luck listening to his music before I go out on the field.
What's your brother's name?
YMT Keys.
YMT Keys, got it, man. We'll have to check him out.
Check him out.
That's
nice.
You make music too?
No, I don't make
music.
I just
you
play
don't
football. I ain't no rapper.
Pre-game, definitely headphones in, listen to music, and then, just being able to talk to my grandpa. That's something that, I'm always praying, being able to talk to him pre-game. And that's definitely something like the main thing that I never forget to do before the game.
Who's the NFL player that you think your style is similar to?
Alvin Kamara, for sure.
Elaborate on that for me. Like what parts? The receiving part?
The receiving game for sure. Because this dude, once he catch the ball, it's like you don't know what he's gonna do. Like he can stick his foot in the ground and get vertical. Make guys miss, and in different aspects. Whether if it's inside the middle of the field, outside when he has the ball in his hands, or you just really don't know with that dude.
Definitely George Kittle.
Yeah.
I think just how well he can play in both parts of the position, just dominates in both, and he puts such great tape on, and I love watching it. And he's also a personality too. I love to.
He was so funny.
Yeah, before most games, I'll throw his mic'd up videos on and just like, that just kind of makes me go out there and almost just play loose and have fun, and whatever happens, happens.
Mike Evans. Because Mike Evans, he's a lot quicker than people think. He's fast, he's big, he's physical. A lot of people don't like guarding Mike Evans one-on-one, especially when they press and they don't like doing that. Because he can run by you. He's gonna be very physical at the line. He's gonna make sure his presence is felt, and I feel like I'm some way in some type that way. So.
I like J.J. Watt. Always loved him since he was first. I don't want to say first getting league because I was young. I won't say I was young, but I wasn't really invested in watching NFL like that.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt. I like Calais Campbell. DeForest Buckner. I feel like those are the guys that
What spot do you feel like you're best at on the field? Is it 3-tech? Is it like where do you like to play the most?
I feel like it's 3-tech just because I played that probably the most in my career.
But they moved you around a lot.
Yeah, I played everywhere. I played from the 0 to the 5, so I'm kind of I'm cool with playing anywhere. But I feel like the 3-tech it's probably my best.
Yeah, makes sense.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with CeeDee Lamb. I think him. I watched a lot of film on him. Obviously, our offensive coordinator, his brother was Kellen Moore, so we watched a lot of their film. So I think that just picking up on how he runs his routes, really the mentality that he has, going out there when yards after catch. I feel like that separates me from a lot of receivers in this draft because once I do have the ball in my hands, I know how to make people miss. maybe catch a 5-yard slant and take it for, 15, 20 yards. And I feel like, that's the motto of my game. I feel like when I go out there on Saturdays, that's something that, I really perform at a high level when it comes to that.
What's something that NFL fans don't know about you yet? What that whoever's fans are getting you needs to know?
I definitely say I'm the hardest worker. That that I feel like everyone that meets me, even at Florida, like I got the nickname as the workhorse, because in practice I'll catch we'll be in routes on air, I'll catch a screen, I'll sprint 40 yards down to the end zone every time, and I refuse to just catch a ball and jog. Yeah. So I feel like I'm definitely just a very hard worker, and it definitely falls off to other people and they start doing the same thing. So it'll definitely help the team in some way.
What they don't know about me.
We're making you think a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah, I know, 'cause I kind of feel like I'm an open book. I feel like, everybody pretty much knows pretty much everything about me for the most part. I'm gonna show up every single day. I'm gonna give it all I got. I pride myself on if I make a mistake, I won't make that same mistake again. I feel like those are the things that I kind of pride myself on, and obviously paying attention to the details. But yeah, I would say I'm really like a chill guy. I don't really got too much going on. So
yeah. Low key.
Yeah.
I'm an avid golfer.
Oh really?
Am I any good? No, but I picked it up during COVID. And I've been playing, ever since. Get out there a lot in the summertime, in the spring. A couple good courses in LA. Yeah, I'm not any good, but I do enjoy getting out there on the links.
What are you shooting? What do you mean?
I'm like
90s. Yeah.
So not
that's
terrible.
That's decent.
But yeah, decent. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna tell you I'm any good though.
What's the best part of your game?
Short game.
Oh really?
Off the tee, man. I'm slicing.
You're a big hitter, but
you
it's
gotta
not
play
never
the
straight.
Slice. No, never straight. Ends up going the same distance out that it does to the side, which is a problem.
That's funny.
But
maybe that I have my best friend is my dog. Yeah.
Oh really?
A dog named Rilo. Yeah.
And how long you had the dog?
3 years.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's sweet.
Pretty basic.
What kind of dog?
Blue-nosed pit bull.
Oh sweet.
Yeah, nothing
Sweet.
crazy, but
taking care of a dog tough when you're in school.
Yeah, I got him though when he was a puppy during the COVID time. So he was I had a little bit of extra time, and I got got to spend with him and train him and kind of get him ready for when I went back to school.
Yeah.
He was kind of ready for he was well behaved, so it wasn't an issue.
That's cool.
I'm a chill dude, man. It's a lot of things that that people can take from you as far as being from Chicago, because they feel like Chicago is probably probably not a good city for everybody, but I tend to put those things behind me. So I'm a cool dude, in spite of being where I'm from.
My nickname growing up was Cake.
Cake? Why is that?
Still is. So when I was a little kid, my mom's best friend used to watch me all the time when she would work, and I loved Little Debbie snack cakes. So one day she just looked over at my mom and said, "Hey, why don't we just call him Cake?" And it's stuck since. And that's who I am to everybody.
Really? Yeah, the whole team calls you that?
No.
Just
That's a family
family
name.
I was gonna say you got the whole locker room.
I don't even think all my teammates knew that was my name. So a couple did because obviously they're from home, but
yeah.
My brother played with me, so he knew. But other than that, not too many people knew.
That's funny.
I got a heart for dogs. I adopted 2 dogs within my time at Clemson. I love dogs and I love rescuing. And sometimes I just go to the shelter and just look at dogs and just try to see if I'm gonna bring one home. So.
How'd you take care of 2 dogs when you were at Clemson?
I don't know, but I just made it happen, to be honest. A lot of people
funny.
helped me, which I'm grateful for them.
Yeah.
A lot of people still help me to this day. So.
Yeah.
It's one thing, definitely. So not a lot of people know I'm half Mexican. So my mom is Mexican. Grew up, in a Mexican household.
Yeah.
And I feel like not a lot of people, even my teammates, not a lot of them knew that I was half Mexican until they met my mom, my grandma. And it's crazy because they don't. My mom, when you look at her, she looks Mexican, but a lot of people don't know that they speak fluent Spanish.
Oh really?
So a lot of people didn't know that. We had one teammate last year. His name is Juan Rodriguez. His parents, the first time meeting my parents, my mom, they started having like their conversation, and you know, they were in Spanish. So he had came up to me in practice the next week, and he was like, "Oh, crap, I didn't know you were Mexican." I was like, "Yeah."
Whatever team drafts Dante Stills, what are they getting?
A guy's gonna come in and, you know, and work it and pretty much, gosh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's really just a bust his tail. You know, I want to be a guy that comes in, you know, contributes early. I love to learn. I love constant feedback. You know, I'll say a quick learner, and a guy that's going to, you know, place balls to the wall. So that's what's going to happen.
Man, just a guy who's going to come in each and every day and, you know, give them their best. I want to be a guy who can be depended on Sundays, and a guy who, no matter what's going on around him, no matter what happens, he's going to continue to get better each and every day and never stop developing.
A dude that's going to work his tail off. Obviously, you know, me being not the most physically impressive guy, I've always had to be a grinder. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. You pick me, you know, I'm going to come in from day one, and I'm going to be a guy that works his butt off to make a spot on the 53-man. But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm going to be dependable. But at the end of the day, whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do, because that's, like we talked about a little bit earlier, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And if this is what I do, then I'm going to go 100%, 110% to work my tail off to get it done.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Well,
They're getting a very instinctual football player. They're getting a leader, and they're getting a great person off the field as well.
They're getting a guy that, you know, that won't be, you know, out long, you know, but I'll definitely be, you know, a guy that's willing to learn and, you know, be with a lot of good veterans that's been, you know, have a long career, determined guy, a very hungry guy, a very respectful guy that doesn't have a lot of off the field issues or don't have any off the field issues, you know, and you know, it can go, you know, on and on, like about things that, you know, that make the person that I am today. So just being able to know that, you know, whatever I do every day is, you know, they're getting a great athlete, man.
They're getting a hard-nosed, dedicated, hard-working, team first, elevating player. I want to bring everybody around me up with me. I don't want to just go up by myself. I want to make sure everybody's coming up with me. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to just give it my all. And I feel like a lot of teams, if they've watched me practice this week, they could say that that's what they're going to get out of me. And I know a lot of people can vouch for me all the way from Little League to high school to college. I've always been the same person, always that hardworking. I don't want to be outworked. Even if I'm being outworked, I just want to know that I'm giving it my all.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that I'm getting better and I'm bringing people up with me, not down. So
it's definitely just, you know, a hard worker, somebody that comes every day prepared, you know, knows in his assignment, knowing his role on the team. And, you know, somebody, you know, like I said, you know, once the ball gets in my hands, you know, expect big plays to be made. I feel like, you know, that's always been, you know, things that when you see me on the field, you know, always just takes one play. And I feel like, you know, just being electric, being a playmaker, going out there with the utmost confidence, I feel like, you know, that's what's going to be able to help me prepare in this league.
What's been the biggest surprise for you during this draft process? You know, of training, of like, is there anything that you weren't expected to be like?
I definitely expected it, but you know, coming into it, you know, you're very, you know, interject the first couple of days. You know, you're very excited. I mean, obviously, I'm still excited because it's a great opportunity I'm having. But you know, you start to get tired, your body starts hurting throughout the practice. So it's really just a mental thing. You know, if you have a strong mental, I feel like it's like, I don't want to say it's easy to get through, but you know, it's gonna be easier than most people.
It's like you got to be on all the time too. Like you're constantly going from practice to doing this, to interviews, meeting with teams. You can't, and everyone's watching you everywhere you go.
Every watching, you know, the eyes are on you, so you gotta, you know, be focused.
What would you view as a successful draft process? What's that look like for you?
In terms of like the draft day,
what?
Well, I mean, obviously getting drafted in any round would be obviously what I would want to, what I expect, and hopefully what would happen would be awesome. But obviously, whatever happens, drafted, undrafted, free agent, gonna, you know, same thing. Gonna work my butt off, and then once I get to a team, obviously just gonna do the best I can do to prove myself to be on the team.
Just being able to get drafted, that's a blessing. Being able to get a foot in the door. So I wouldn't say like going in the first round, second round is bad, or like that's a disappointment. As long as I got myself there, as long as I put the work in to be able to get in there. So that'd be a success, just being able to go.
What are you gonna do with your signing bonus check? Anything fun?
Yeah, nah, I'm put it away, man. Just put it away.
You don't seem like a big flashy guy.
I'm not a flashy guy, man. I wear flip flops and some sweatshirts or a t-shirt or something, man. I'm gonna just put it away.
That's a great question. I'm not a big spender. So yeah, I might buy my mom and dad something, maybe get them a TV for the house or something like that. But yeah, I'll definitely throw that in the back
pocket. You're not a
pocket
flashy
for
guy
sure.
at all?
No.
I thought being from going to school in LA, you'd be like,
I pride myself as an East Coast guy. So being out in LA, I was definitely a fish out of water. At least I thought I was.
Save it, invest it. Probably help my mom out a little bit.
Are you gonna buy yourself anything?
I don't really know yet. I just feel like when you touch so much money that you haven't touched before, I feel like it's best to take your time with it and really think about what you want to do with it.
Save it, man. I'm a cheap person.
You don't need anything fancy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy some shoes. I want a new car. I don't have a car right now. I actually sold my car before I left for training. Little old car, so get a new car. Probably like a Challenger or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Nothing too crazy.
What's your plan on draft day? Like, what are you gonna be doing?
Plan on draft day. I don't know. Get fly. I have my family around. Hopefully hear my name called and just celebrate after with my family. Yeah, that'll be the plan.
What are you rocking? Like, you rocking a suit?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But if I go to the draft, I'll probably rock a suit.
Yeah.
Probably some. I don't know what color. Probably blue. I'll go with blue.
Blue suit?
Yeah.
Like baby blue or dark blue?
Probably like this color blue right there.
Oh, you just get this material right now.
Nah, that's like a pimp material.
I think that'd be fresh. It's pretty fresh. Who's the one person in your life that's going to probably be more excited than even you are?
Yeah, probably my parents. Probably my dad would be the biggest one. He's somebody who's he flew out to like every single. He works in Florida, and he would come out to every single Fordham game, home or away. He would fly out early that morning, come to the game, and fly home that night. So he's it's crazy. He'd do like
JFK Airport.
Yeah, LaGuardia. He would go like 24 hours out without sleeping and get back home. He's been somebody who's sacrificed a lot his whole life and always been there for me to catch footballs for me and take me wherever. So he's somebody.
Probably say mom and dad definitely.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've been a big part of my journey. My mom, I even had her come down to Florida for about like 3 or 4 months just to literally throw to me. She was my QB1 when I was over there.
Your mom was?
Yeah, and she has a cannon now. She could dial you up anywhere, I promise you. But every single morning we would get up at 6 a.m., catch about 250 balls to 300 balls, like in my little gym complex and tennis ball drills, and just did that every day just to try to get my hands better. And I feel like it's definitely paying off now because I barely drop the ball now.
Man, that's a real one, dude. Your mom came down and was throwing you balls every morning.
She literally,
that's sweet.
She came out there, got a place for like half a year, and then she was just my quarterback. And every day we caught, and just every single day we put in that work so it could pay off. So
she's gonna have a big part of this when you get drafted, right? That's awesome, man. That's sweet.
My dad, hands down, my dad.
Yeah.
My dad, man, I'd be telling him like, Dad, I'm saying I'm getting older. I'm about to play in the NFL. You can relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My dad, after games, we go to Champs Hall campus at Penn State.
Yeah.
And he'll be pulling up clips from the game, telling me, I got to do this or that better. I'm like, Dad, come on, man. Like, just give me a couple minutes. But he's invested so much into me and my brother. I think it's hard for him to be able to, take a step back and be that dad. He tries to, but he struggles with it, man. So as much as I tell him, he don't want to.
My mom's a crybaby, man. So it's gonna be waterworks. I am too. So obviously I'm gonna cry. I already know it. But me and my mom, looking at my mom's gonna make me cry more, and it's gonna make her cry more. So she's gonna be emotional. Pretty happy for me.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for doing this.
Next up.